Du, 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 du. Welcome to my new video. I'm David P, the owner of David P TCG. We're right now in one of my warehouses. I thought we would make another video talking about how to start a web shop. I recently got this question and I thought it would be a fun video to make, talk about a little bit. I'm not trying to say that I'm somebody who's big or whatever, but I at least have some experience as to how I did it, and maybe you guys can learn from it, right? How do you start off? That's always a very interesting question because there are many different ways you can actually start off. And I know that's a very generic answer that you're probably not looking for, so I'll be instead talking about how I started. Most of you people who are probably watching this video have some type of collection, are an investor or just a collector and have something that they already probably want to sell and make more margin on. I would recommend also taking that route. I would also not go down looking online from hey, where can I get cheap product and where can I sell it for more. It's probably going to take a lot of time and you probably don't know yet how everything goes. So I would always recommend starting off with less capital. So look at what you have yourself, Go to your closet or wherever you hide your Pokémon, say for the Timmies. Shout out to Luke, to the Timmies who put their product somewhere hidden, Go have a look at it and take like a sample of like €100, $100, whatever, create a website, create a platform, whether that's Instagram, whether it's a website, however way you want to sell that, right? I've made plenty of videos talking about this. Sell that first. Sell roughly like €100. So you have maybe like, 20 different products, right? 20 different single cards, maybe singles and sealed. Don't directly full blast your whole inventory, First see how it goes, get some experience with it because it seems very easy, but once you start doing it, you realize hey, I need kind of boxes. Oh wait, Pokemon has like 1,000 different size boxes. I need like 1,000,000 different type boxes, right? Because when someone orders a single card and an ETB, you need a different box, and if someone orders a single card and a booster pack, those type of things you don't think about, and that's something that comes along with experience. And also you realize, okay, hey, is this something I like doing, or is this something that I like doing just right now and then move on with my life, right, and not for the future? So how do you start off is first look at what you have yourself, look at what type of collection you have, see what you are willing to sell for some profit. If you don't have anything yet, I would first recommend, just get used to the hobby. Experience it first as a collector or as an investor, because that's the target audience you're selling to, right? In my opinion, it's the easiest way to sell in the Pokemon business is if you understand your customers. I was one time I was one of those customers, I was buying a lot of product from my own collection. I was investing in the future. So I would recommend doing that, first, if you don't have anything yet, first, I'm not saying you should buy directly thousands or euros of product. First, buy, collect, see what's worth it, and, find some deals online, that you can keep for the long term. Or if you just want to get experience with it, which everyone for themselves, you just want to buy a box online for like €100 and sell it for €100 just to get some experience, hey, be my guest. I would first recommend looking at what you have right now, because I also started with €500 and now this is just one of my warehouses. I have a lot more. I started off with that too, just selling off my own collection. Maybe it was like, I think it was like €450, something like that, right? It's just something collection I've built up on the years. And I realized, hey, it's actually going pretty good. I like what I'm doing and I want to keep on going at it. And that's when you start moving to, hey, where can I find suppliers? Where can I get product? How can I expand, right? Because then you need to keep on going at it, right? If you're at some point a bigger web shop, you need to keep on having product on your website. You need to build up. You need to build up connections with suppliers and everything. And then, at some point, you're going to get somewhere where I'm at, I'm not trying to say again that I'm some type of huge shop or anything, but at least I have some experience within selling within the Pokemon market, right? Like last year, we did roughly 250,000 euros in sales, right? Sales, that's not profit, just to be clear about that. Excuse me. So yeah, I recommend first looking at what you have yourself, whether it's singles, whether it's sealed, whether it's maybe a bit of both, right? Look at how that's going for yourself. Hey, is it going well? I would recommend either going two routes. Build your own website directly through Shopify or whatever. You have 30 days for free on Shopify, or you build an Instagram account. I think both ways work. On Instagram, you do need to build up a following. If you do want to go into the route of creating content, not being scared standing in front of a camera, then I think Instagram is the easier route for you. If you want to, just build up a brand, I would directly start off a website, get it done with. I know it's a bit of a hassle. But yeah, it's, you know, it doesn't need to be hard. It doesn't need to be difficult. It doesn't need to be fancy looking. It doesn't need to be, you know, look at what some of your competitors are right now. Look at how their website looks. And I'm not saying just to copy one on one, but just draw some inspiration from it and then kind of make it look similar. You know what I'm saying? So, because they have a good foundation. Every big company has a good foundation, and that foundation you can take inspiration from is what I'm trying to get at. I hope this makes sense. I'm just trying to make a bit more shorter content, not only long form content. Let me know if you guys also like this. If you have any questions, you know, this was quite kind of short. If you want me to dive more deeper into how I started and my experience with it, just let me know in the comments, and you know, I'll make another video about it. Well, thank you guys for watching, and I'll see you next time.